Good morning, Active Riding Trips fans. It's great to be with you this Wednesday morning. It's an absolutely gorgeous morning here in New York. It's 55 degrees and really blissful, and no one is complaining. It's a nice break from the snow and the cold. Brief though it is, we're going to enjoy it. So I wanted to get with you for a few minutes this morning. People ask us all the time what sort of help we can provide or what we recommend in terms of finding good airfares when they're planning their trips. So I thought this would be a really good opportunity for me to talk about two tools that I use and that we here at the office recommend to folks. And I will also list the links to each of those in the comments below so that you can click on them and explore at your own leisure as you have time. So, what do we do when we are looking for airfare? When we want to see what is good and should we book it, and what on earth is this going to cost? Just so I can budget and figure out what it's going to, what my entire trip is going to cost. The first tool that we've used, and we've used it for quite a few years and recommend it often, is a website called momondo.com. It's momondo.com. Now, that site will allow you to select your travel dates, select your destination, and then it will compile a bunch of different airfare options for you, and you can sort them however you like. You can sort them by what's the quickest flight, what's the cheapest flight. You also have the option, and this is kind of a nice feature in my opinion, to select nearby airports. So if you have several airports in your area like we do here in New York, it'll give you flights in and out of all of those. So it's nice to see what the price difference is, especially if the drive is kind of the same like it is for us. So you can select nearby airports. You can also select flexible dates. So if your trip has some flex time on the front or back end and you don't mind to be traveling on that day, you can see if that affects your price as well. So the last part that I like about Momondo, and this is really to me the beauty of it, is it puts a stake in the ground. So you type in the information you want to see, dates, locations, airports, and off it comes with a price. And I can look at that, for example, and say, I'm not willing to spend that much money. I'd like to sort of monitor this and see if it's gonna, if that's gonna change at all. So there's a little click box up in the corner and you can track a fare. So when the fare changes, if it goes up or if it goes down, you'll get an email notification letting you know that that fare has changed. So then you can go back and reevaluate. And I find that tool to be very useful, because that way I sort of get a feel for what am I on average probably gonna pay, so that when it comes down to actually purchasing a fare, I have a good feeling about the fare that I've bought. Now, the one caveat about Momondo is that it goes out and looks at all of the major airline websites. So the sites like United and American and Iberia and Air France and Aer Lingus, all of those places. And that's great, but if you're looking to travel domestically, it won't help you as robustly, because there are certain airlines that won't allow it to grab information from their sites, and that would be airlines like Southwest or Alaska, some of the very good but not ginormous airlines. So bear that in mind and use Momondo as a tool to sort of, again, like I do, put a stake in the ground. This is roughly what airfare to this destination at this time is going to cost. And then if you are flying to Colorado or to Wyoming or back east, like to where we are, to do one of the programs in Vermont, and Southwest is a viable option for you, just know that you'll have to go to the Southwest site directly to see how their fare compares to the fares that you're getting on Momondo. The second caveat that I would give you about Momondo is, if you do see a good fare on Momondo and you think that you're ready to purchase it, go to the website for the airline and look at all of their terms and conditions and charges. So find out, is there an extra charge for your bag, which is very common these days? Is there an extra charge if you want to get your own seat assignment prior to checking in? Because all of those things, of course, affect the bottom line on your price. You can get a great fare by using a site like Momondo, only to find out later, well, good Lord, it's going to cost me $50 to check my bag each way. And if I want to get a seat with my girlfriend so that we're not at opposite ends of the plane, that's another $35 a person each way. And so all of a sudden, I would have been better off to purchase a more robust fare because I'm spending it anyway. So anyway, but the tool itself is very good. I use it all the time, and I use it and have booked a lot of fares through there over the years. But it's a great way to at least begin your search, and it continues to work once you've identified your location and dates, continues to work in the background for you while you're going about your day, riding, working, doing all the things that make up the rest of your, productive day. The other tool that is newer for us, we've only been using it for about 6 months now, but I really, really, really like it, is an app for your phone. It's called Hopper. Hopper. So it's a free app for your phone. You just download it, and it works similarly to Momondo in that you put in your dates, you put in the destination, and you can also say if your dates are flexible, and then it will give you an idea of what a fare would cost. And you can then look at all the different options time-wise and so forth. But here's what I like the most about Hopper, is that you can watch a fare. So again, I'm not ready to book yet. I'm just trying to find out what it's going to cost me to fly to Portugal in March from New York. So I can watch that fare for as long or as little as I like until I feel comfortable with a fare. But what Hopper does is they send you a notification when the fare, after a while, after a few days, they'll send you a notification and say, your fare is X, $567. We suggest you wait, that there will be better fares coming. Or it'll send you a notification and it will say, your fare is $458. We think this is a very good fare. You should book this now. So it's really like your own little personal travel angel on your shoulder, whispering in your ear saying, hey, this is pretty cool. Check out this fare. See if the times, match the times that you're willing to travel. And if they do, boy, you should jump on this because the price is great. The caveat is still there. Go to the website, make sure that you understand what all the other fees are that are going to be attached to that fare, because Hopper also isn't helping you with something like that. But like I said, the real value to me is it sort of gives me its professional recommendation on, we think you should get this now, or you can hold off and wait. And I don't have to be stressed about, I'm going to miss something really good, So those are the two sites the two tools, I should say, that we use that we like the most. If you have tools that you use and you found really helpful, please also comment below, because this is a community and we try to share information that we think you would find valuable and that would help you help us in terms of making sure that your trip is seamless, easy, super fun, that you have exactly what you need to get to any destination for a great ride. But, anything that you've discovered that maybe we haven't would be very, very welcome. So that's your tip from me for Wednesday, and hoping that your spring is going, well, it's still winter, isn't it? But 55 degrees feels like spring here. Anyway, hoping that your winter is going well. Call us if you have any questions. Call us if we can help you plan your trip. But thank you very much for your time. And this is Stacy signing out for Wednesday, the 21st of February.